The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are for information purposes only. The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are not intended to replace professional medical, psychological, legal, or investment advice. It is the intention of the author of the Sun Sign News that the daily horoscopes be used in conjunction with one's own common sense and, if warranted, the advisement of a professional and licensed physician, psychologist, attorney, or investment advisor. Welcome to another edition of the Sun Sign News. Today's horoscopic reading is for Sunday, July 16th, 2023, calculated for sunrise, Eastern Standard Time, and beginning with the sign currently occupied by the sun, Cancer. In matters pertaining to career, the day looks good overall, but the weak point is in communications. Conversely, your strong point is in socializing for business and establishing valuable new contacts. In money matters, your luckiest hours are from approximately noon to 2 o'clock p.m., and well-considered financial moves can be considered mostly fortunate. Romantic matters can be considered favorable, and if single, someone from a foreign land could play a role. If involved in athletics or competitive sports, the stars say you are likely to be strong, nimble, and ready for battle. Leo. At work or in the practice of your profession, today's stellar influences make most any endeavor fortunate, and creative work, as well as group efforts, gets a double dose of the good stuff. Money matters should prove to be stable and without any hindrance. Your sign benefits from today's lucky hours, which begin at approximately noon and last until about 2 o'clock p.m. Romance is looking good today, and single Leos can potentially make a new connection at some sort of fun public event. Too bad the stars haven't given the same good fortune to matters of athletics today. We're giving you a very average 5 out of 10 points in potential today. Virgo. If working today, you can expect another solid day of industriousness and progress towards reaching your goals. This comes despite the potential for coworkers or employees, as the case may be, to be a bit on the slow side. Money matters show restriction and gambling should be avoided. Though the stars suggest romantic matters taking on a sort of serious tone, there still should be enough passion in it all to keep you smiling. And if single and on the hunt, new romantic prospects can come about through friends. Athletic potential looks so-so for today, and there is a need to guard against dehydration and sunburn. Libra. At work or in the practice of your profession, you can consider yourself a powerful figure in any situation, and most anything you lay your hands upon today should go well, especially group or team efforts. Communications can be considered fortunate, and support from coworkers or employees should be there when you need it. Money matters are not quite so blessed, but provided you avoid speculation, you should survive the day with wallet or purse intact. Romantic potential is nothing to get excited about today either, and single Libras would be wise to take a day off from the hunt. If involved in athletics or competitive sports, your potential performance looks to be formidable. Scorpio. According to today's stellar influences, career matters are likely to be challenging. The one exception to this would be if you work creatively, such as in art, writing, music, designing, acting, etc. Money matters can be considered solid, and your sign benefits from today's lucky hours, which begin approximately noon and last through about 2 o'clock p.m. Romantic matters appear to be neither challenged nor favored, but single Scorpions can potentially make a new romantic connection through some sort of philosophical or religious group. A person from a foreign land may play a role. If involved in athletic pursuits, your performance might not be record-breaking or trophy-taking, but it should be good enough to scare the hell out of your opponent and score some major points. Sagittarius. At work or in the practice of your profession, you will prove yourself to be a force to be reckoned with. Coworkers or employees should follow your lead, and if in management, your leadership skills will likely be noticed. Money matters continue to show restriction, but romantic matters do not. Single archers could meet a new romantic prospect at the workplace or in the course of doing their job, and the luckiest hours for this are between noon and 2 o'clock p.m. While the potential for your sign in athletics or competitive sports is not terrible, You are likely a little slow today, and you should guard against dehydration and sunburn. Capricorn, whether employed or self-employed, miscommunication is the likely source for any hindrance, but group or team efforts should function well, particularly if you're in charge. Personal money matters should prove to be stable. Your sign takes part in the whole lucky hour thing, or in this case, lucky hours, which run from approximately noon to 2 o'clock p.m. Intimate relations should go exceedingly well for your sign today, so well that not even you can screw it up. Single Capricorns looking for a new romantic prospect should visit a local resort, amusement park, or some sort of a festival. Lastly, in regards to potential athletic performance, we're giving your sign a rating of good for the day. Aquarius. Today's stellar influences leave your sign beset with astrological contradictions regarding career matters. On the one hand, coworkers and employees, as the case may be, will be supportive, and yet group or team efforts are likely to be troubled. If you're lucky, you don't work on Sundays. Money matters are very favorable today, and your sign's luckiest part of the day is from approximately noon to 2 o'clock p.m. We struggled with finding a diplomatic way of presenting our interpretation for romantic matters for your sign, and what we've finally come up with is a one-word forecast: clumsy. Single Aquarians on the hunt should keep this in mind. Can you guess what else we're forecasting for your sign as being clumsy? Yep, that's right. It's your athletic potential for today. Pisces. According to the stars, if in the case you're feeling less motivated and less driven than usual, the stars say that today you can fake it and probably get away with it. What you won't have to fake, however, will be communications and the use of technology, as you should excel in these areas today. Money matters are looking a little less than stellar today, so keep a tight grip on your wallet or purse, both literally and figuratively. Romance, however, is looking very hot today, and for single Pisces, we still see this whole local resorts, waterfront activities, amusement parks thing as a factor for new connections. In terms of athletic potential for today, we're giving your sign a rating of better than average, or about 7 out of 10. Aries. Career matters are looking so-so for today. However, coworkers or employees, as the case may be, should offer substantial support. Money matters are looking strong today, and your sign benefits from the approximate noon to 2 o'clock p.m. lucky hour. International trade can be considered fortunate as well. Okay, romance is looking a little weak today, but it looks like the best prospects for new romantic connections for single rams on the hunt are likely to be found at cultural events and music venues, especially those that are closest to home. In athletics, and while there is a need to guard against injury, you should prove to be an absolute terror on the field, court, track, or in the ring, etc. Taurus. According to today's stellar influences, if you have to work today, well, that sucks for you. Neither coworkers nor colleagues are likely to carry their fair share of the load, and someone, perhaps an overzealous manager, is likely to overstep or at least have way too much to say. On the upside, money matters are looking very strong for your sign today, and your sign shares in the potential good fortune that comes from the approximate noon to 2 o'clock p.m. lucky hour. For single Taurians, a blind date set up by family or even neighbors could turn out to be lucky. Now, if involved in athletics or competitive sports, we're not saying that you should be on the bench, but neither are we saying that you're likely to win a trophy or set some kind of a new record either. Gemini. Whether employed or self-employed, today you have what it takes to overcome most any obstacle, as well as rise above any sort of workplace crap. Today's stellar influences give you a zone of approximately noon to 2 o'clock p.m., during which your luck is at a maximum for the day, and this applies to both career and personal money matters. The potential for passion and intensity in intimate relations should be near peak throughout the day, and single Geminis could find a new special somebody at some sort of charitable event. In competitive sports and athletics, we see your sign armed with a super strong spirit of competition, but hands and feet that are just a little slow. If you have enjoyed the audio version of the Sun Sign News, we ask that you give us a thumbs up and even subscribe to this channel if you are so inclined. That will help keep us on the air and delivering a daily dose of cynicism and sarcasm wrapped in a supercharged daily sun sign horoscope. And remember, don't blame us.